Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Bolt Action Reloading. In this week's episode, we're going to go over some reloading bench upgrades with inline fabrication equipment. Stick around. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here and you'd like to see how I and the rest of the community here make our group smaller, start now by subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell icon. That way you get notified when I post next week's video and you won't miss anything. In this week's video, I thought we would go over a quick reloading bench upgrade to our system. I know a couple of you guys have randomly asked me about some of our press things here. If it's not perfectly clear, I'll put a shot on your screen. I do use the Forster Co-Ax press as my primary reloading press, and I have been using one of these Inline Fabrication quick change ultra mounts for quite a while. What height you want is kind of a personal decision, and I'm not going to go over all that in entirety today, but we have some new equipment that was available. I went to the Inline Fabrication website and checked out some new products they had, and I placed an order, which is before us today. Not that I like unboxing videos, but to some of you guys it's kind of important when you spend some money on upgrades to see how it's packaged. So we're going to do a real quick unboxing, go over what the upgrades that we're going to install today, and at least show you some of the upgrades you can get. Certainly we're not going to cover anywhere close to all the things that Dan has available. He does make great stuff. I use it. You can see it here on the bench. Some of the things we obviously had is the ultra mount from before, and to be completely honest, I think this is at least my third order from Inline Fabrication. I've ordered several things over the time frame. The only thing which I actually haven't installed is my light press kit for the Co-Ax. I've been meaning to do that. Maybe as part of this upgrade we'll go over this, maybe not. They have lighting kits, they have all kinds of accessories to hold your reloading equipment, and no matter what press you have, and as we're going to unbox our order today, they probably have another quick change plate for whatever it is that you might have running around loose on your bench. So guys, depending on your order size, I'm not going to promise it's going to be packaged like this, but obviously medium flat rate box is how it got shipped. You know, depending on the post office, no real damage to the box, so I expect everything to be in good shape. My previous packages have had a ding or two in them, and certainly it was packaged without any problems, but just in case you guys want to see how it's packaged, we'll quickly uncut some tape and we'll get right into it here. So let's kind of dump out all on the table and you can see how our product was packaged and how it turned out. So you can see plenty of ample packing material. We ordered a new quick change plate which came in well wrapped, very nice, no damage to it whatsoever. Looks like we got some plastic bins that are well wrapped. Good shape, no damage whatsoever. So guys, you can see everything arrived in good condition. We've got the double base plate with two side bins, so we'll be able to add some more storage quickly around our press. Also be able to hold two more dies, which I am super excited about. Having all my dies at my fingertips really helps me speed up my process, so I'm really excited to get that installed. Having those side bins on there so I can move some things back and forth. Very excited about that too. As well as you can see, I have another custom base plate. Dan advertises if he doesn't have it, he can make just about anything to mount anything you want to your quick change plate. That base plate is actually for something that I haven't shown here yet on the channel, but we're going to unbox this and show that in another video. Let's get this stuff installed on the bench and give you guys another look, see what the bench looks like after we get this installed. So guys, the video didn't look very good to take you along for the installation, but I figured you'd get the point. Seeing it post-installation, it's really only 4 bolts to take the press off, put it back on, and add this plate. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. Adding the plate on it doesn't seem like a huge deal, but being able to add these bins to keep items at your fingertips if you want, or being able to remove them and have direct access to a couple extra dies that are on the table, I think is going to be adding a huge convenience for me and hopefully an increase in production here at my reloading bench. I know that I showed the lighting kit in an earlier video. I've got so many things going on right now, I didn't want to take the time to add the light. I know that you have to make sure that the press is completely free of oil, as well as at least the Co-Ax is very particular of where you do your wire routing. And I want to make sure I do that right because I certainly don't want to take the time to put the kit on and have it not work. So somewhere in a future video, you guys will probably see the lighting kit show up. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Adding the plate to the press, being able to add those 4 dies, as well as being able to add these bins to be able to hold stuff while you're reloading for brass or whatever step that you happen to be doing, I think is going to be a great addition to my reloading bench setup. So I'm pretty excited to give it a try out, but I wanted to take you guys along just to see. I'm hoping to publish this not too late to miss the Black Friday sale. If not, he might repeat it on Cyber Monday. I think he's done it before. For a lot of the holidays, he has 10% off sales. It's very frequent, and he has a lot of good stuff. If it's not one of the quick change plates, if it's not other mounting adapters, there's lots of interesting stuff. he have lots of little upgrades that can make a big difference to your reloading process and make it a lot more enjoyable. If you have any questions about my inline fabrication setup, at least as it relates to my Forster Co-Ax process, leave those down in the comment section below and I will try and address them as best as I can. We've got this bolted to our press. I'm very excited to start using it. As you can also see, I've got our other quick change plate that came with our order. Very soon, another video, you're going to see what this is all for. But another quick change plate, so with just a couple thumb screws, you can take this setup off, hang it on the wall, and be able to switch it out with another tool. If you guys hadn't caught my other video, like for example, the Lyman Universal Trimmer, it has a plate for that. I also have plates for various other tools. I can take these, hang them on the wall where they're out of the way, get them out as I need them and use them. They work really great. Keep some of the other tools that you sometimes have to mount on your bench to take up your valuable reloading room. You can hang on the wall and use them, change them out anytime you want, and it only takes a couple minutes. If you guys aren't super familiar with this setup, there's actually a couple thumb screws underneath. And I tell you what, why don't we just take it for a quick look. In case you're not familiar with this system, it's actually 2 thumb screws to undo these quick change plates. One here on the press and another on the other side. So in just a couple seconds, you can take these nuts, spin them off, and then you can lift this right off your bench. Then you can hang that on your wall or whatever you have your mounts on there, and take whatever tool you want, mount it to your quick change press, and put those right back on there, and you're ready to go. These things are really convenient. Overall, for what they are, they're really not that expensive. They're extremely sturdy, and hopefully it speaks volumes. I bought some more of them. That's because I think they're useful. I wouldn't tell you about them if I didn't think they were either. So this is a real quick look at our new upgrades with Inline Fabrication. Guys, this is the holidays. If you're like me and you really can't think of anything you want somebody to get for you for Christmas, some toys from Inline Fabrication are a great suggestion to upgrade your press setup. If you reload enough like I do, you'll really appreciate the upgrades to your system, the portability to be able to move different tools around. I don't know what the next tool I'm get, but I can almost guarantee probably sometime in the future another Inline Fabrication order will be coming down our way. If you guys have any comments or questions about the video today or any of the equipment that we covered, please put those in the comment section below. If you like the content here on the channel and you want to see more of that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified when I post next week's video. I hope to see you come back next week. And until then, stay safe in small groups.